Hey guys! For well over a year, I have been trying to make something new, something different, a tag. And since I have a love for time travel and science fiction movies, I decided to create a tag video, a new tag video called Time Traveler's Tag. It consists of 15 different questions that have to do with time travel, time, or time machines. I'm gonna tag some people at the end, but for now, let's get started! I'm going to put all the questions in the description below, and you can also follow me on Facebook at Grant Casual in Real Life. Number 1. What is your favorite time travel movie or series? Like I mentioned before, Back to the Future. With it being my favorite trilogy, I still enjoy Doctor Who, which I picked up this past year. This series, based off Stephen King's 11/22/63, which came out last year. Back to the Future is my favorite. Plain and simple. Question 2 is, what year were you born, and what year would you like to have been born? I was born in September of 1995, and based on the book that I'm writing, my ideal year of birth would be the same date in 1960. Times were simpler, and I would also be old enough to see all the original concerts to all the bands that I enjoy. All the way up from the Grateful Dead to Van Halen to Aerosmith, even Bon Jovi. Number 3, would you track down the younger version of yourself? Although it's not advised to go for your younger self if you go back in time based on the grandfather effect and whatnot, I would like to see myself when I was younger. I do not think I would actually recognize myself. I mean, I don't know if I'd recognize myself if I saw myself running towards me right now. Question 4. How far back is too far? Now, for me, as long as I can get back to the present time without dying, you know, I go back to colonial times, I do all that, but if I were to have to stay somewhere for an extended period of time, I don't think I would go anywhere earlier than 1900 when they had modern medicine and hospitality and all that. Question 5. What is your time machine? I'd say a DeLorean, but those are pretty expensive and they also don't work real well, especially because they're 35, 36 years old at this point. But I am writing a book, or I'm starting to write a book, a couple pages in, and his time machine in the book is a record player, a phonograph. Whatever record he plays, the day that it was released, once it leaves the house, it's that year, that date, that time. Just pop in a record from any time in the past, and you're there. That seems okay, as long as you don't break the record. Number 6. What is one major event that you would love to go back and see? Personally, I would like to see when the Beatles came to America in the 60s, and as well in the 60s, I want to see the original broadcast for a man being put on the moon in 1969. Question number 7. Is there a certain concert or music event that you would like to see firsthand? I know this is crazy because everyone, I imagine, would say this, but I would like to attend Woodstock. And even though I don't drink or smoke anything, I think it'd be amazing to see Jimi Hendrix right in front of me playing the Star-Spangled Banner. Everyone else would be passed out or making love, and I'd be there with my camera recording Hendrix. If you met a time traveler in present day, which is 2017, what would be the first thing that you asked them? This answer would have to be just, are you in any history books? Are there pictures of you that just slid through my memory? Because you were there and I wasn't. Number 9. Would you track down the younger version of your soulmate if they're much, much older than you currently? My answer is a complete YES. Almost all the people I associate with are way too old for me to be in a relationship. Some people say I have an old soul, and my heart, it lies in the 80s, it lies in the 70s and 60s. So I would absolutely go back and meet some of my friends if I knew where they were. Question 10. Would you like to see how you end up being or how you die? This is the biggest question in time travel that people ask. And to be honest with it, I would like to know when it is. But the thing is, if I do something to change it, then it would change without me knowing it. Especially if I didn't really know how I died, I would like to know. Even if it's just a few years from now, I want to know when I'm gonna die. Or what's gonna happen to me financially or whatnot. I would want to know. Even if I become a bum. Question number 11. Would you go back and meet someone that's already died by your time? I would like to meet all the relatives that died before I was even born, or past anything that I wouldn't remember before 5 or 6 years old. I'd also try to meet some of my favorite actors and musicians before they kick the bucket too early. Number 12. Would you use information that you have from the future to better yourself in the past or better other people in the past? Knowing what happens in the future. Again, this is a tough question, but based on what they did in Back to the Future, I don't think I could. But if I had information and someone does something stupid in the future, I would be able to prevent that. Like, in this series, would I prevent Kennedy from being assassinated? The ending was horrible. I don't think I would change a thing. Titanic, anything major, I don't think I would be able to do that. And if I saved everyone from dying in the past, we would be overpopulated. Number 13. Would you prevent someone from committing suicide or something major, even though it may mess up your future or the world's future? I tell you, if I could prevent all the classmates that, since I graduated 4 years ago, from either dying by suicide or whatnot, I would save every single one of them. Number 14. Would you change history, even though it meant that you would prevent something else from happening? If I were to prevent someone from being mentally deranged or prevent them from doing something that brings their life completely down the toilet, gets them in jail, something that they didn't even do, then I suppose that I would absolutely change history. Number 15. Would you tell others about your time machine? I honestly believe that people would believe that you had a time machine. Like, it's not that hard to believe with all these movies and books out. And if I gave them my time machine, it'd mess up everyone. It would also mess up themselves, and since people only care about themselves usually, no one's gonna know about my time machine. Unless my videos get erased from my channel, I'm not a time traveler. Even though I'm listed on my Facebook as a time traveler. And so that ends a time traveler's tag. 15 questions that I'm going to tag Ryan or Taco Holmes. But I also want to tag any one of you that watches this video. Just like the other tag videos in the past that people have made, because everyone loves the idea of being able to go back and change something about their life or prevent someone from doing something else. So with that, I am going to say thank you. Please make a tag video and as well subscribe to my channel down below here. And I'm going to leave you at that. My name is Jamie. Keep it casual.